Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome parents, grandparents, and other people in the community watching tonight to the 57th Annual Commencement Ceremony. We are here celebrating the class of 2020 of Start High School. I am Madison Lenhart, president of our school's National Honor Society, and I have the pleasure of introducing our principal, Mr. Prozak.
Good evening and welcome parents, students, faculty, and friends to the 57th yet first virtual Roy C. Start High School commencement ceremony. My name is Ed Prozak and I have the pleasure of being Start High School's principal. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to support our 2020 Roy C. Start seniors, soon to be graduates. For the last 8 years that I've been principal, the senior class has bombarded me with the end of the year questions such as, can we take our exams early? Do we even need to take our exams if we're accepted into college? Can we get out of school early like all the other high schools do? Well, this year, the senior class of 2020 has experienced it. And now you seniors will have the opportunity to tell future classes to be careful for what they wish for. To be serious though, this end of the year has been difficult for a lot of us, especially our seniors. You are a unique senior class experiencing history for generations to read about online, in newspapers, and in textbooks one day. Your graduation year is 2020. 2020 is also associated with vision. There are 3 types of vision that I want to discuss with all of you tonight. Number 1, perfect vision. Having 2020 vision does not necessarily mean you have perfect vision. 2020 vision only indicates the sharpness or clarity of vision at a distance. At a distance is what I want to emphasize. Seniors, you need to look into the future with a clear and sharp vision. Ask yourself, where do I see myself next year or in the next 5 years from now? If this is not clear, you will need to correct your vision by asking questions, then actively listening. You need to seek wise counsel. Talk to those around you that have succeeded and made a positive difference in your life. Their past experience can help you with your future vision. Number 2, peripheral vision. Having peripheral vision is to be aware of your surroundings. Seniors, be aware of people you associate with. In 1 Corinthians 15:33, it reads, "Do not be misled, for bad company corrupts good character." Surround yourself with individuals that push you and make you strive to be a better person. Remember, friends are like elevators. They can lift you up or they can take you down. Use your peripheral vision to stay alert and focus on that 2020 vision you want so much. And lastly, hindsight. Hindsight is often referred to 2020 vision because we often think to ourselves, if I only knew what I know now, I would see it more clearly and would have done things differently. Seniors, do not let this happen to you. Look at the past, but make decisions for the future that are clear, sharp, and meaningful. You too then will have the perfect 2020 vision right in front of you. Tonight, we are virtually celebrating the Royce Start High School class of 2020 who will receive their diplomas and change the world with their vision. Thank you. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker, our very own TPS Proud Superintendent, Dr. Romulus Durant.
Hello, TPS Proud graduates, family members, and community members. We appreciate you taking part in this virtual ceremony, graduate of 2020. Before I get started, I would like us all to take a moment of silence for those who have fallen ill or have lost their lives during the struggle and fight of this current pandemic. With that said, I think it's a time also for excitement. So again, I want to congratulate you here at TPS Proud graduate of 2020 in regard to all that you've endured. But I come to you by way of Wade High School, where I'm a graduate of class of 94, and I also brought my own graduation purple cap that I had once walked the same lanes and celebrated the same honor that each and every one of you will do today. But I say it's an honor to be with you today because today is about life expectation. It's about life perception and how you perceive things. And that, yes, you could say, oh, we don't get a traditional graduation, or you could talk about your city of Toledo and all those things, but I always tell people it's a matter of your perspective. It's a matter, in essence, of how you look at it and say, you know what, we are the first to ever have a virtual graduation, to ever have a drive-through and a presentation. I still took a picture when my superintendent had a diploma that I could put and post throughout the house, a variety of things in the history of Toledo Public Schools. At the same time, I'm from one of the best cities in the country, the backbone of the United States, in manufacturing, agriculture, all the things that go on and thrive within the country of the United States. But again, your perspective is what drives you as well as your motivation, and it's those things that carries the positivity about your life, but more importantly, a positivity about today of being graduates here at Toledo Public Schools. I say to you, at the same time, you have no idea of how proud I am of the class of 2020. Understand, many of you were born into the world of chaos, meaning many of you were born during the time of 9/11, when it was the most heightened fear within the United States with the attack on the Twin Towers in New York City. Many people were frantic, and at the time where many of you have came in who were 18 and 19-year-old were born into this world. But at the same time, you strive down because that tells me there's character built within this generation. And then as you got into the high school, the state had changed your pathway more than a few times. There was nothing more frustrating to me to see the faces of our students who said 1 minute they were on track, 1 minute they were off track, merely because there was a change in the guideline for pathway to graduation. You withstood the time of those changes because today you're going to be graduates. But it showed a test of your character. And then all of a sudden, your prom, spring sports, at the same time, traditional graduation was at the mercy of a pandemic and stay-at-home order. Again, we're rising above those expectations today because we had one of the first in virtual, as well as many other things that we're going to do to celebrate our class of 2020. But this begins to define your character. Understand about adversity truly defines who you are as a person. Martin Luther King once said that a person's not measured about where they stand during a time of comfort, but where they stand during a time of adversity, controversy. Certain sayings such as today, where do you stand in those lights? Do you stress yourself or do you fight through with the will to succeed to show I will rise above the situation? Because at the end of the day, I'm greater than the expectations. And again, I'm excited for each and every one of you and what you're going to set out to do and set forth. It's important that you would continue during this whole pandemic at the stay-at-home order. You truly had time to value your family. Begin to develop relationships among siblings as well as family members, truly getting to know individuals because you were within a household or doing a lot of activity together. For the first time, I've heard many families who begin to start eating more as a family at a set time. More than I've seen now than any other time, people actually enjoying nature and the park systems, which had been forgotten with the technology age. People continue to value those resources, continue to value your relationship within your family, because at the end of the day, they're the foundation that brought you into this world, and they will be the backbone that carry you through it. At some point, your shoulders will be stood upon by students or children of the lower generation following your footsteps. I give you words of advice as you begin to move forward in your endeavor and out after graduation. Continue to provide a plan for your life. Continue to move and understand what you plan to do tomorrow, what you plan to do in your 30 days, your 60 days, your 3 months, your 6 months, as well as your year to 3 to 5 years. You literally have to have an intentional plan about what you want to do with yourself. Whether it's a pandemic or not a pandemic, whether it's a stay-at-home or learning from home or not a learning from home, you have to have a sense of what you want to do with the rest of your life. Take this time to research this out. I tell you to limit your time on Facebook, limit your time on Twitter, Instagram, limit the time of watching the latest dance on TikTok. Yeah, that's right. Dr. Durant knows all about TikTok. Don't be surprised if you see a TPS shuffle on TikTok. But limit the time on social media to spend that time in your research, to be able to study opportunities that you're saying you truly want to do with your life. What does it take to get there? Meaning, what do I need to take courses? Do I need to get a certification? Do I need to get a degree? Who are the people in that industry? Can I volunteer to learn more about it? Can I do an internship to know more about it? Can I ultimately develop a relationship with those who work there to ultimately employ me into that field? That's all dependent on you. At this point in time, the stage of the game, that ultimately at the end of the day, what you look at and you figure it out for yourself today is going to be a reflection of your tomorrow. If you're still holding and standing still, guess what? Nothing changes at 25. Before you know it, people are staying at 30 years old, still standing, figuring what they want to do with their life. Be intentional about those things. Start developing support around you to get opportunity to be able to see other things outside of what you've already seen here at TPS. Have the largest career technical program in Northwest Ohio, as well as other opportunities in college credits and other things. But there are now more to research as you begin to evolve into adulthood, but more importantly, seeking out what you want to do with the rest of your life. Begin to understand the programs that are out there, the courses that you will need to take, the scholarships that you need to apply for. Never tell yourself no about the scholarships. At the end of the day, you may be one of few who actually apply. Apply it to many of those things. Do not look to go into your own pocket. Look to spend the money of others that ultimately provide scholarships to support you on your educational endeavor. Begin to look to do more volunteer within your community, to truly build relationships with those within the effort of furthering yourself spiritually, but more importantly, furthering yourself career-wise as well as a person. I say continue with this grind in the aspect of your life. Understand your dreams are your dreams and no one else. At the end of the day, it's about your will and your determination that decides your ultimate outcome. It's about what you want to do with yourself. What you strive to do within your 48 hours. No one should expect more of you than you. You should have the highest expectation of yourself. That you look down on yourself, that no one else looks down on you, because your greatness It's beyond anyone other's expectation of what they can see in you. You do not let a pandemic hold you down. You become your own pandemic within this life. You are the pandemic of what you do. It's your contagion that makes others feel your will and your effort. It's that pandemic that gives others a 101 fever about you because they burning up inside because of you. They're burning up of that fever because it's your pandemic. Your will is so contagious that everyone around you want greatness because of you. Do not let a coronavirus should be named after you because of your contagion on other people. Because your effort and your will has caused others to do greatness because they seen it in you. Again, you are the outcome, the biggest boss of your life. You are the CEO of everything that you do. People will follow your leadership. Again, be the pandemic of yourself. There is no bigger coronavirus than you because it's your virus that is contagious within your family and those around you. The more they see that you want, the more they begin to understand that they may need to want more too. Their expectation changes because of you. I say develop a social IQ, not just an intelligence IQ, and understanding math, trig, and science, and all those other things. Develop a social IQ about emotional aspects of people. You should know the various social economic status of people. Whether you're someone who comes with money, someone who come from a working class family, or someone who's seen and come from a household of a lot of money, understanding the mindset and the culture of each and every person. You should have a social IQ of understanding people, because understand children as well as people don't care what you know until they know you care. When you show a person you care, it defines you. But more importantly, they want to be around you, because at the end of the day, they know you will further themselves. You will become a support for them. At the end of the day, again, your contagion impacts them. Have a social IQ, have an understanding of people, what stresses them. Have an understanding of the hardship, the drive. Understand where a person's coming from. Don't look at their situation, look down on them. Understand where they come from that got them in the first place. And then put a hand out in essence if you can help. Be a support to that. But when you do, you have a social IQ and understanding of people. And people always appreciate someone who's compassionate about what they do. I always tell people a story that I used to go to the car wash, and there was a gentleman who used to wash the car, and he was there religiously every day on the east side. And I remember I said to him when I get out the car, "Hey, how you doing?" and so forth, and he ignored me. And I said it to him twice, three times, 3 days in a row, ignored me. And at first I said to myself, you know what, forget this guy. If he don't want to respond to me, he thinks he can't respond to me, why should I even give him the benefit of the doubt, even say anything to him? But then I said, you know what, that's not what my father raised. My father didn't instill that character in me. He made me look all people in the eyes. At the end of the day, when you come past me, I'm going to address you with love one way or another. You fail to address me back as a character flaw in you. After 2 weeks of doing it, the man stopped and said to me, you know what, when you first said it, I didn't think you cared. When you first said, I thought you were just doing it just part of a ritual to say to people. But you consistently asked me every day, despite I ignored you. You will always get a greeting from me. I will always respect you in a way and support and saying positive back to you, because obviously you must care if you're going to be that intentional of saying stuff to me. Again, you don't let others define your character. You define your character for yourself. You don't let other people change you for the worse. You change them for the better. You change their spiritual outlook. You change their spiritual impact. When they see you, they want better to say something positive to you because you brought positive to them. Again, happiness is about what's in you. Happiness is about, in essence, of what you can give. Happiness is about a choice that you make within yourself. If you want to be happy, be happy. At the end of the day, you'd be surprised how many people around you are happy. Social IQ is the keys to success, ultimately in today's industry. How well you relate to people, understand people, and help them strive to be better within their work, as well as being as a person. I tell you to continue to build your support system within you. Many times, your number one support is your family. Students, your biggest fan is your family. Your biggest internet troll is your family. Your biggest groupie is your family. When they hear your name announced on 88.3 or crossing that stage to get that diploma, guess what? The groupies are clapping. The groupies are taking pictures of you because they're your biggest support system. But understand, continue to broaden your support system. You got families, you got teachers, you got administrators, you got community members. There's no Dr. Durant at this platform without people such as that who supported me along the way. And I never forget about them. So again, never forget about where you come from, who you are as a person, and the name that you represent. You was given a first name, but more importantly, you were given a last name to represent somebody, child. A last name to represent something. You've been given a community to represent that community. You've been given a high school to represent. I will never forget Wade High School, never forget I come from the east side. I look out my window every morning and say, you see that over there? That's called the east side. God's country. Every morning my wife laughs when I do it, but again, it's an appreciation because it's a view that I get to see every morning, and many of you would be able to do the same as you grow within your life. I continue to offer myself to you because I'm a servant leader and serving you as students and serving you as a community member. I've written more letters of recommendations than I could think of, and the more asked, the more shall receive. I tell kids all the time as well as others, a closed mouth don't get fed. You say nothing, you get nothing. You need something, speak up. You can always get a hold of me on email. Don't use social media, email me. At mytps.email, I always respond within 24 hours. Letter recommendation. If I know inputs on certain locations of jobs, if I know employers, I have no problem speaking on your behalf because you are a graduate of TPS. And when I hire people, I always look first who came from TPS because we have a responsibility to employ you. We have a responsibility that we brought you through with education, that you're good enough to make sure that you work with us, that we can ultimately provide employment. And that's always been the highest priority in our HR department. So again, continue to be proud. I'm honored to be able to speak to each and every one of you from a virtual location, and we get to drive through. We're going to be face-to-face, hand you your diploma, take a picture, and be proud of you as you walk off that stage. Again, I am a TPS graduate class of 94. Today, you are all proud graduates of TPS, class of 2020. Celebrate, be excited, be blessed, and I'm proud of each and every one of you, and stay safe. Thank you.
Hello and congrats to the graduating class of 2020. Regardless of the circumstances, I plan to keep this short and sweet and say only what I have to say. First, I'd like to give thanks to all that have helped me throughout high school. Thank you to all my friends, family, thank you to all of my teachers and other staff, and thank you to all of my coaches. I've met a lot of great friends that I also plan to keep along in the future for as long as possible. A special thanks to Mr. Borger for making anatomy fun and easy to understand. Thank you to Mrs. Pasuelo for the easiest 4 years of Latin and helping in math when I needed it. Thank you, Mr. Kuntz, for the challenging math that you and I both know I needed and the talks that we'd have in study hall. Thank you, Mrs. Furry, for dealing with me in stats and preparing me for college. Thank you, Mrs. Solo, and the rest of the counselors for letting me hide out in your offices in 4th hour and helping me with college preparations. Now, for the main reason that it's even possible for me to give this speech, my dad. From the very start of kindergarten, all the way up until now, he's been the only one to convince me that the harder I work right now, the easier my life will be in the future, and I can't thank him enough for that. He's always been and always will be the hardest working person I know, especially for being a single dad. He's always told me to use my head instead of my hands for living a better and easier life, which he's right about. In the end, he's been the one responsible for where I am right now in terms of grades, personality, and future goals. Other people have shaped my goals minorly, but not nearly as much as him, and I thank you for all you've ever done for me. As for what's next, I hope to see all graduates take advantage of the opportunities that they've been handed in life. Work for whatever it is you wish to do or become and make those who support you proud. Do it for your parents, brothers, sisters, and other family members that you love. Graduating high school is only one step in your future. Take your next step wisely, and I hope to hear your names again. Thank you, and good luck to you all.
Hello, and good afternoon to the Start High School graduating class of 2020. I know this is not how we expected to be graduating this year, but nonetheless, here we are trying to make the best out of a not-so-great situation. Thank you to the people who are still trying to give us somewhat of a ceremony. Congratulations to you all for making it through a very long 4 years, full of life lessons and new experiences that you will remember for the rest of your life. I still remember the first day of freshman year, coming in through the front doors and dreading the 4 years ahead of me. I would have never expected it to go as well as it did, I didn't even know I was in the running for salutatorian until the end of first quarter senior year. These 4 years were filled with many ups and downs, new and lost relationships, and experiences I never thought I would experience. I found myself changing more than I ever had in my life after the first year here. I played for the varsity soccer team and even picked up weightlifting, something I never thought I'd do. Now it's one of the biggest parts of my life. I took honors classes that my 8th grade teacher, Mr. So, recommended, but I had no confidence in believing that I belonged in them. However, I am grateful that he encouraged me to take them because it led me to meeting the friends I have now, challenged my thinking ability, and gave me so many opportunities. I wouldn't change any of it for the world. I think it is safe to say that we would not have made it this far without the support of our teachers. Thank you to all the teachers who took special interest in me and my peers and helped us get to where we are today. We appreciate all of your hard work, and in my opinion, you definitely deserve to be paid more for the things you put up with from us. Thank you to the counselors who tried their best to keep us on track and out of trouble. Thank you for helping us prepare for our futures. Personally, I would like to extend a thank you to my family for supporting me and giving me everything they can to ensure me with a better future than what they had. My mom never fails to tell me how proud of me she is at least 20 times a day to show how much she means it. She's always offered to help me with whatever I was working on, even if she had no idea what it was. For that, I am very thankful. My parents have given me all the means for success, whether that be food on my plate or a roof over my head. It all plays its part and has helped me greatly in this chapter of my life. I'd also like to extend a thank you to the faculty that kept us in check and out of trouble, picking up after our messes and preparing food every day, making sure we have everything we need for success. As this year comes to a close, as unprecedented as it is, I cherish all of the moments I had during high school, such as laughing with my friends at the lunch table or scoring my first goal as a freshman. I am ready to start the next chapter in my life, going to college and meeting new people and doing all of this over again, just in a different environment. I'm excited to see what the future holds for me and for all of you, my peers, my friends. I hope it brings nothing but success and happiness. I hope you get the job you want, the career you strive for, and follow your dreams because truly the sky is the limit. Thank you.
Start High School graduates, parents, family, friends, Toledo Public School staff, and guests. On behalf of the Toledo Public Schools Board of Education, President Bob Vasquez, members Polly Taylor-Gherkin, Stephanie Eichenberg, Sheena Barnes, and myself, we congratulate the Start High School class of 2020. I stand before you as a graduate of Bowser High School class of 1986, a proud rebel. Today, I have the honor to welcome the Spartan class of 2020 to join the TPS Proud and Start Spartan alumni family. Start family and friends, we are here to acknowledge and honor the efforts each of these students have made to get to their graduation day. We're celebrating a milestone in their lives, and while it is a joyous occasion, it is no easy feat to get here. Parents, many of you remember your child's first day of kindergarten. We know it seems like just yesterday. Some of us even waited to get to the car first before we opened up our box of Kleenex. And now, fast forward to graduation day, another Kleenex moment, a joyous occasion. Start seniors. The past 13 years in your education have boiled down to this day. This is it. You will each receive your diploma, and all of the hard work, the laughs, the tears, the long hours of practice and planning and studying have paid off. Always remember your struggles equal your strength. You'll forever be Spartan Strong. Please know that the entire Spartan Nation and TPS Proud family are cheering you on as you head into the next chapter of your lives. I'd like to share a poem with you I came across several years ago. It's by a retired teacher, Donald Kegg. It's simply titled Seniors. I wish you a nice life if I didn't care about you so much. What I wish for you is freezing cold so we will appreciate the warmth. Real hunger so food will taste wonderful when you get it. Loneliness so that when you find a true friend, you will appreciate the work, the difficulty of earning, keeping that friendship. I wish you love and loss and love again, that you find something so precious you would give your life for it, and then the sense, the heart, to live for it instead. I wish you fear so you can confront it and conquer it. A life lived, earned, a life of challenge, caring despite the cost, giving your best, whatever it takes. standing for what you believe in, whatever it is, giving more than you take. I wish you to brave the storms of life, pay the cost in wounds, tears, scars. And I wish you the most precious gift you can ever possess, the character you fabricate along the way. Don't have a nice life, Spartans. Build great ones. Congratulations to the Start High School class of 2020.
Congratulations, seniors, on your unwavering spirit of reaching your goal of graduating. Even though your graduation is not under normal circumstances, please know that we are all very proud of you. Your graduation will be one that will be remembered for years to come. I have enjoyed working with you the past 4 years. Best wishes in whatever career path you choose. Congratulations, stay safe.
Hello, families. Congratulations to the class of 2020. I want each of you to know how proud I am of you. It's been my honor over the last 4 years to support you, and I want you all to know that I am always here for you. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020. You all will be missed. Be well.
I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2020. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. This probably goes without saying, but I think we can all agree that the class of 2020 will be a class that we will never forget. Remember, it is like Henry David Thoreau once said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined. Good luck, seniors.
You did it, class of 2020. What a journey it has been. It has been a true honor and privilege to have been one of your school counselors these last 4 years. I promise that you will not only be remembered as the quarantine class, but also the class that displayed resiliency, strength, courage, bravery. You accepted the challenges that were laid before you, and you made history. As you move forward and begin to write the pages of your next story, I hope that you will find the good, that you will find happiness, find joy, choose a path that truly makes your heart happy. Make your mark on this world, because I know that you will make it a better place. Best wishes, congratulations, and may all your days be great on purpose.
Good evening, my fellow Spartans. My name is Keith Jordan, a proud alumni. I welcome you to the future. I want to say, as a class that have persevered in some perilous times, you've done it. It's amazing to see how you've grown over the years, and now as you move on to independency, there's things in life and the treasures that we may always meet head on. I want to thank you for being proud and enduring to the end. As we look at the future, make sure that you always keep your pearls of knowledge that you've learned over the years as a true Spartan. The spirit will always live within you, and you're always going to find a fellow brother or sister around in the community. Lead by an example. Use all that you can to help others. We are proud servant leaders of the community, and we continue to engage in our fellow man. Again, I want you to stay strong. I want you to persevere, and never forget that the ultimate goal is to be successful, to achieve those dreams that you believe in, and to always believe in yourself. I was told a story as I walked the halls of Start High School that one day you're going to have to reach back behind you and pull somebody up. And the reason why we do that is because of our humanitarian efforts. Well, guess what? It's your turn. You've done it. You've made it this far. And we're here to say congratulations. So in these times, we want you to always understand that you did succeed and you've achieved a lot. And there's so much more to go, but you've already did one step. So I salute you. Enjoy the rest of the ride, enjoy the journey, and congratulations, Spartan.
Hi, this is Wade Kapsakavich, Mayor of the City of Toledo. On behalf of the City of Toledo, I would like to congratulate all of you, the Toledo Public Schools Class of 2020, on your graduation. This is an unprecedented time for you and for all of us. What we are going through as a city and as a country, none of us have ever seen in our lifetimes. And I know that you have missed out on some things, and it might be easy to focus on some of those things that you didn't get a chance to do. Not being able to walk in a ceremony, not being able to have a senior prom or the end of your sports season, or maybe a theatrical production, or any one of a number of things that unfortunately had to be canceled. And it would be normal and it would be human nature to focus on the things you missed out on. But I hope you pause and reflect on what you gained during this moment. You will always remember that you graduated from high school during this unique moment in time. And while it was a time that we were required to be distant from one another physically, it was also a time that we were reminded how important it is to continue to connect with each other emotionally and spiritually. Even as we have been physically distanced, we've seen how important it is to remain connected on those things that matter. People helping those in need, people calling someone who maybe doesn't have any family and is lonely and just needs to hear a warm and loving voice. People have stepped up in so many ways with donations of their time and their treasure in a way that gives me hope that perhaps we can unite as a community and as a country in ways that we haven't in an awful long time. We've been so divided, unfortunately, as a country for so long. I am hopeful that your moment in time, as you graduate, you'll remember that the lesson of this time is how much we need each other and how connected we are to one another. And if you can take that lesson to heart and apply it throughout your lives, if you remember the real lesson of this time, if you remember that your senior year, we were called to rededicate ourselves to connecting with each other in meaningful ways, you will have learned the most important lesson of this time. It will be the greatest graduation gift you can have, and you will live productive, happy, and fulfilling lives as you go forward, no matter what you do, because ultimately we really are all connected, and that is the lesson of what we're going through, and I hope that is the lesson you take away from your senior year. Again, on behalf of the City of Toledo, congratulations and best wishes.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, and the world must come together as one.
There are people dying. It's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change.
We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's no choice we're making, we're saving our own lives.
It's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me.
Oh, send them your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free.
As God has shown us, by turning stones to bread, so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
Oh, there's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me.
We are the world, we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice to make.